In more news, the United Nations Population Fund Regional Director Dr. Julita Onabanjo has completed her visit to the humanitarian setting of Palabek in Lamore District. She lauded efforts directed towards family planning, especially through the new initiative of SAYANA breast self-injection. Let's take a look.
As Uganda continues to play home to many refugees, especially those from South Sudan, various efforts are being taken to control population growth in the humanitarian settings. Almost all of these efforts are engineered by the United Nations Population Fund, whose regional director, Dr. Julita Onabanjo, has visited to follow progress. Palabek Ojiri Health Center 3 was her first stop. The facility has just been transformed from grass-thatched to permanent structure and caters for both refugees and the host community. The major problems here are teenage and other related unwanted pregnancies that can only be addressed through effective contraceptives that United Nations Population Fund is advocating for.
In humanitarian settings, Unfpa has really worked with a number of partners to ensure that the sexual and reproductive health needs, particularly of women, many times difficult situations, are addressed. And in this particular setting that we have here, where we have refugees coming in from South Sudan, they have been able to work with partners like PATH to ensure a wide range of contraceptive options. But it's not even just that, it's how does one even create a demand, because this is a community that has not usually practiced family planning. So the first step is to understand and to educate them and sensitize them of why it's important to practice and to plan their families. And that work has been done very well. And then to introduce them to a whole range of options that exist. And some women will choose different options, but how they also negotiate that with their partners as well and keep using a method. And it's been excellent work we've done here and I've seen here.
The latest family planning method that's being emphasized is SAYANA Press, which is a direct injection that seems to be welcome amongst the community.
SAYANA Press is a new prepackaging of the method, which contains the drug and the needle are contained in one. So the person is able to have everything he needs. Even the health workers will find they don't have syringes, but they have the drug. They have syringes, they don't have the drug. So this solves that problem of supplies, storage, and so forth. Nonetheless, the cost is the same. So this is the drug. We teach them how to use it. They shake. We give them all the supplies they need, and they're able to use it. They inject themselves, they activate, and the drug comes out.
Palabek humanitarian setting is home to more than 50,000 refugees and faces challenges like culture mix while spreading the message of family planning and its benefits. No one better explains this but a 22-year-old Sudanese refugee, Dominic Victor, who has 6 children from 3 wives but wants 22 because he paid many heads of cattle as a bride price. He also adds that the only way they can save their nation from strife is through many children to defend the land.
No losses when me go down. Young men, no losses when. You could be when you come down, no right.
He said, these implants, when a woman go for it, or sometimes the implant disappeared in the body. So when it disappeared, so it means he will get losses because the woman will not pay his cows back.
The United Nations Population Fund Regional Director Dr. Julita now advises sensitization to the public, especially men, from whom in the past male role models in support of the family planning project have been groomed.
For family planning, one of the most important resistance comes from the community themselves. So apart from them not understanding the role and the benefits of family planning, and that's an individual choice, sometimes the community also dictates. The male communities, and one of the things that I've seen here that's been very impressive is what they call male role models, who've actually been the men that go out and talk to their other men to say, look, plan your family so that each child has the potential to grow and to be well. And that's, I think, a model that's also very useful. But it's also important to work within the culture of the community. And very much in this community, the clan society and the clan structure is very key. And so how we work with traditional clan leaders to let them also understand, to sensitize them about the benefits of family planning will be also very important.
Sensitization and education have indeed provided examples amongst the refugees that have adopted family planning methods to their benefit.
So we decided to have a few children because we have less capacity to manage them. But I think when we have few, we could manage them well. Right now, as I speak, my colleagues have more than 15, but me, I have only 3. And I'm keeping them very well. I'm managing to pay their school fees very well. They're even healthy. Even me, I'm very happy with my husband because we are living a happy life.
In areas like Padibe, cases of gender-based violence arising from female involvement have been registered in the past, but various interventions by health officials and Unfpa have increased family planning uptake by percentages that rise daily. The United Nations Population Fund Regional Director Dr. Julita Onabanjo credits governments for the commitments towards family planning improvement during the recently concluded International Conference on Population and Development in Kenya. John Burns, Sayanna, reporting.